AOS fans!
It's the agents of Beastgrave!
Yes, Beastgrave is here!
Woo!
Woo! It's our first playthrough. This video will hopefully be going out somewhere around the announcement of the pre-order. Everybody, you're all going to be furiously
It's going to be tight. Everyone wants to be the first. And everybody else.
Pre-ordering.
Oh, all right, cool.
Yeah,
wonder.
We're gonna throw this out for you. We're literally playing the starter decks out of the box tonight.
Yes, yeah.
So it's
the pre-made decks,
pre-made
the Beastman pre-made deck with the horse elf people.
And for those of you who are regular Warhammer Underworlds players, it's got all your staples in, like Objective 1 to 5 and Annihilation.
All that kind of jazz.
I don't think there's confusions in there. Sidestep maybe.
There,
all those kind of things.
Yeah.
They haven't really changed. There are 1 or 2 new universal cards in there.
Yeah.
Nothing very exciting. I think there are any new universal objectives.
They're kind of like the same version of the Nightfall version, which is like +1 dice in your next attack action, that kind of thing. So
yeah. Then there's
the
the give somebody a hunter and a quarry.
Yes.
Thing, and we still don't know what quarry is.
No, we'll have to read the rules then. Right, so we'll see you in Beastgrave shortly.
Bye.
Hello!
Hello, AOS fans!
It's time for Beastgrave!
Beastgrave!
I'm pretty excited for this.
Yeah, I'm very excited too, and I can't actually wait to dive into the Beastgrave, dive out of the Mirrored City, and get into the Beastgrave.
So normally our usual
I'm feeling
viewers...
very Beastgravey tonight,
I do like a bit of Beastgravy. So normally our viewers watching this, we would have already set up the boards and all the tiles and everything, but we figured we'll start from scratch for this first one, just to introduce people who haven't played, maybe they've never played Underworlds before, Robin.
Absolutely. As we said at the top of the video, welcome if it's the first time you've watched us, and we hope we can teach you how to play Beastgrave.
Fingers crossed.
And follow on, enjoy, like, and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, do follow us.
Do feel free to ask questions. Pete in particular is very good at answering questions, so do ask anything you want to know about the game.
So the game starts where you get your warbands, you get your decks. We are using, as we said, the decks from the box. So we're starting with the starter decks, which are a mix of faction-specific and generic cards or universal cards. Robin has the elves, and I have the beastmen.
Yes.
So the first thing you do once you've got your warband, you've found an opponent, you've got everything ready, is you've got to roll, because we need to see who sets up a board first. So I'm going to roll the dice. As always, crits are best, and I've got a crit and 2 doubles.
Crit and 2 doubles.
Oh, Robin's got a crit, but no doubles,
and so it continues.
So it begins. Now, I'm going to have a quick look through my objectives, because I don't actually know what kind of objectives I've got in here.
Yes, in our usual traditional preparation phase of this game, I have no idea what's in my deck either. I did have a quick whiz before earlier. No, I did have a quick look. Earlier, yeah. So see how we go.
Very little thought is going into this first one, but it's mostly just sort of a demo game. So I'm going to pick this board here.
Okay.
So now I've got this board. Robin, by default, has to pick the other board in a minute, because we've only got one board.
Actually, do you know if you win the roll-off, you can now choose?
Yes.
As a change from the previous incarnations, previous seasons of Warhammer Underworlds, now when you win the dice roll-off, you get to choose whether you pick the first board or the second board. That effectively gives you the chance to whether you place 3 objectives or whether your opponent places 3 objectives, which can be very important.
Yes, so I'm going to place, because I'm going to get 3 objectives in my half, because I think I've got some grab objective cards in my deck.
Objectives.
I am going to put that one down, and now Robin can turn this any which way he wants, whichever way around he likes.
It's pretty symmetrical, that one, isn't it? It's kind of like, where do I want the
it is
the lethal? And I could offset it, but I think for this simple game, I'm just going to not offset it.
We are simple people.
Yes, we are just a simple folk.
So now we place the boards. We've got to put all these objective tokens down. So there's 5 of them. They're all very similar colour this time.
That, Pete. There's a very specific way you can put them down. Yes. You can't just throw them on the board. I've told you how many times.
So you have to take them, shuffle them up a bit, and now the person who picked the board first places the first token, and I'm going to put it here. Now there's some rules for placing tokens. A lot of people who played the game know, but for anyone who hasn't, you cannot place it in a starting hex, a blocked hex, a lethal hex, or any of the edge hexes. And there's one other rule that Robin now also needs to pay attention to, is he can't place it within 2 hexes of the one I've just put down.
Ah. Yes, so I'm going to put it here.
I'm going to put the next one there.
I'm going to put one over here.
And the last one, whilst it still has to obey all the other rules, it can go on an edge hex, as long as that edge hex is obviously more than 2 away.
Yep. And complete, so you can't put it over one of these.
Yes. I'm going to put the last one, I think, here. Okey-dokey, just in the backfield.
I do like this on these boards. I do like these boards. They're a change from the Shadespire board. There's little hexagon motifs in here. It's almost like fitting with the games. It's almost like they're going to play Warhammer Underworlds. That'll be quite cool.
So once they're placed, you swip them over, and I've got 3 and 5 and 4.
Sorry, I turned over 2 turns there, but I've got 2 and 1.
Ooh,
as it's known, 1 and 2.
Sometimes also not 3 and 4. So there we go, there are the boards, and now we have to roll to see who places a model first. So to do this, we roll the dice again. Same as before, a double for me, nothing else. We count doubles, singles and crits.
Yeah, so I've rolled a crit and a single. So this one with the exclamation mark is a crit. This one is a single assist. It's just got one half of it, but Pete rolled a double assist earlier, which is that one. The double assist.
Double assists are worse than single assists in the roll-off for some reason. So you count how many crits you have to start with. Robin had a crit there and I didn't have any, so he wins.
I am the winner.
So now he can pick.
Won.
So no, it's not how it works, Robin.
Okay.
If only.
I love these new rules.
Really streamlined the game. So now Robin has to pick who's going to place a model first. Now he has 5 models and I have 6, so it doesn't really matter who goes first here, because he's going to finish putting all of his 5 on the board before I do. In certain situations, if you have the same number of models, you might want to finish placing your models first, because you do get a bonus crit on the next roll, which we'll come to in a minute. So now Robin has to decide the critical decision: does he place first or second?
Well, as I have less models than you anyway, I'm going to let you place first.
Yeah, kind of makes sense. So I'm going to place, and I've got no idea what any of these are any good at, I'm going to put Gnarl over there.
Gnarl?
Gnarly!
Yeah, this is a bit kind of, I really don't know what any of mine are any good at either, so...
you will have to forgive us the tactics in this first game, because we have literally just put everything together and punched everything out the car.
Literally today, and that is our excuse. As you go on, you'll have to find other reasons. Forgive us for our tactics.
No, I'm using this for the next 6 months.
Okay.
I've just painted these models. I don't know what they do.
I don't know who's who. So I am going to place. I'm going to place the hunter Sheok, who's a Knothi tracker.
Ooh.
I already noticed
tracker.
Sorry?
The Banoffee tracker.
The Banoffee tracker. Yes.
I sense caramel.
I only noticed for the first time when I was putting these models together, I hadn't noticed any of the pictures that a lot of them have got horses. In fact, all of them have got horses' hooves as feet.
Or goat legs. Maybe they're goats.
They could be goats. I think they're horses, though, just because he's a centaur.
Yep, true. Okay, so I'm then going to put Ashkor there.
Ashkor. So I'm going to put my archer over here. Oop, off the edge of the board. I'm going to put my archer over here.
Ooh. I'm going to put Murgoth Halfhorn. Where do I put all my models now? I'm going to put him there. He's a bit nearer the back, but he's got a spear.
I'm going to put the lion here.
Put it there. I'm going to put Korshk the Sneak, or as I'm going to call him, Borshk the Sneak, over there.
Borscht. And I'm going to put the wizard at the back here.
Wizard!
Carthaean Huntcaller.
I'm going to do a similar and put my wizard Grashrak Fellhoof, the big boss man at the back.
And I didn't think about my objectives very well, so I'm going to have to put my leader up here.
And I'm going to put Draknar, my big hitter, right there.
Oh, so your boss is at the back now.
He is, yep.
Looking very shamanistic.
So now we've set up all the models, we now need to roll off to see who gets to choose whether they go first or second. And as Robin finished this roll, finished setting up first, he gets a crit on his roll.
I do.
So I roll, I get a crit, 2 singles and a double.
So I do really need a crit.
You do need a crit really just to see me off.
So this is why it's good to finish setting up first, because then you get an extra roll.
Yes.
Extra crit.
This is where that comes in. So if you plan to be attacking early...
So I did get a crit.
You did get a crit, so you have 2 crits effectively, and that beats my 1 crit.
Okay.
So we did forget one thing, Robin, already. We skipped a step.
What did we skip?
We didn't do the lethal hexes. There are new lethal hexes.
Oh man, yes, we did forget the lethal hexes, and this is a problem of playing a game that we've played for a long time, which has then subtly changed. We placed our 5 objectives, got very excited because we were going to play the game, and completely forgot to add lethal hexes. So when the objectives were placed, we can choose. Each player can choose, doesn't have to choose one, to place a lethal hex.
I'm going to.
Yeah, me too. I'm going to try and pretend I didn't know where your models are, because you're meant to do it when there are no models.
No models, yes.
On the board.
Yeah. So as I place the board first and I place the objective first, I can also pick the to go first with the lethal hex, so I'm going to do that. I'm going to slap it. I'm going to put it right there.
Right there.
In the middle. I do like this because you can put them anywhere. You can put them across that middle there. You obviously can't put them around the edges and stuff, but
No.
but it's nice to be able to suddenly throw that little bit into the mix.
I'm going to put one there.
Ooh. Almost stopped me from going round.
Well, that's,
But
yeah.
it does put me off course a little bit. So we've done that and we've rolled, and Robin won the roll, so he now gets to choose whether he goes first or second.
Okay, I don't really know what I'm doing, so I'm going to go first. It should be mentioned at this point, if you don't like any of your cards, you can mulligan them. But
Yes.
Pete and I have decided to keep hold of all of these, as we don't particularly know whether they're good or not.
What we're doing.
We're going to hold on to them, but you can swap either all three of your objective cards or all three of your power cards, and you can even do both. But you have to, if you are going to get rid of them, you have to make the decision, get rid of them
Before you draw any
and
new
then
ones.
draw all new ones, and
Yep.
then you have to stick with those. And you can't, which I think perhaps is a little bit counterintuitive. I remember back in the season 1 days, you can't just discard a couple of cards that you don't like. It's all or nothing.
All or nout.
Okay, so for my first activation, I turn over this little counter to help me remember.
Which we never remember.
No, which I certainly never remember to do. But my first activation, I'm actually going to invoke one of my special abilities on one of my cards. So you can take a number of actions, which we'll explain as we go through the game, but you can also, some fighters have actions on their cards, and my hunt caller, Kaeth the hunt caller, the guy with the horn at the back here, he has a special action. I can put a counter on this card, and when there is a horn counter on this card, I can re-roll any number of dice in the next attack roll made for a friendly fighter's attack action, and then remove the horn counter. We're banded the right way up. So this is a new innovation for Beastgrave. The wound counters on this side are counter counters on this side. So I just put that on the card, and while that's on there, I can re-roll any attack dice.
So after your activation, we then move on to what's called the power step, and that's where we can play any cards.
I don't want to do anything at the moment.
Neither do I don't think. So it goes on to my first activation then. So for my first activation, I'm just going to make an attack. I'm going to shoot rate with this guy. So that is Ghur, and he can make a 2 sword attack, which is 1 damage and range 3. I'm going to shoot against whoever the centaur man is.
Skaeth, the huntsman.
Okay, so Ghur's going to shoot at Skaeth, and it's 2 swords. So 2 dice, and I need swords. Oh, hammers.
That's completely and utterly not what you needed.
Not at all. So that's no surprise, and onto my power step. I have nothing to do.
I am not going to do anything at this point.
Okay, so onto your second activation.
So for my second activation, I'm going to make a charge action. I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4 to there.
Okay, so there's a charge token there to denote he can't be activated again after this.
I'm going to roll 2 hammers. I can re-roll any of the dice because of my...
Oh yes, he
Special-
blew his horn.
Because he blew his
Toot,
horn,
toot.
yes. So it's
Oh,
2 hammers
2
now.
hammers.
Ooh, I think I'm going to have to not risk fishing for go crit fishing.
Yeah.
So I've got 2 hammers, so that does mean you need a crit.
I do need a crit because I only get 1 dice. Oh, and it's a dodge. I needed a dodge, but unfortunately I needed 2 dodges to defend him, so he's dead.
That's 2 damage.
Ghur is down.
So that's first blood to me, and I've scored a surge objective.
Boo.
Score this immediately. It's run down. Score this immediately when a friendly
How can we
fighter...
run down? It's brand new.
Score this immediately when a friendly fighter takes an enemy fighter out of action with an attack action made as part of a charge action.
Nice.
So that is first blood, and can I have 2 glory, please, young man?
No. So here are your 2 glory, sir. 1 for the surge objective and 1 for killing him. And you draw a new objective immediately.
New objective. Yes, I do draw an immediately draw a new objective, and it's that one. We're not overly impressed with that, are we, punters?
Boo.
I'm going to put Hail Charm on my leader. When this fighter is dealt damage, reduce that damage by 1 to a minimum of 1.
Ooh, okay. Rightio. I am going to play Blood Taunt. Choose a friendly fighter. They're dealt 1 damage. I give them a guard token. Plus 2 dice to the first attack action made by that fighter in the next activation. So I'm going to put it on Draknar. He now has taken a wound, but he gets plus 2 dice in the next attack.
Ooh.
So he's got 4 hammers, 3 damage.
4 hammers, 3 damage.
Yes, he does 3
Ow.
damage.
Ow. That's goodbye, Sheoch Kurnothi Tracker. How we loved your 2 glory.
Could be. Could be. Anything for you?
No, not at this point.
Okay. I haven't got anything else either, so it's on to my second activation. So I am now going to make a charge with Draknar, and he moves 4, so I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4.
Oh, hello.
So there. So he rolls 2 hammers normally, and I get +2 for Blood Taunt. He did have a guard token, but the minute he charges, he loses that token, so that's why I never bothered putting it on there.
Okay, I missed you that bit, but you need a charge token on him.
Right, so here we go. 4 hammers. Could do with a lot here. Oh, just 2 hammers.
2 hammers. I've got 1 shield. I can reduce the damage by 1 because I've just put my Hail Charm on.
Oh.
And I do get assists. So shield, a single assist.
You need a crit though.
Oh,
because I rolled 2
Oh,
hammers.
you did. So I basically need a crit. Oh, no crit. Did get a single assist, but that's no use. So that's 2 damage.
It's 3 normally, but down to 2 because
yeah.
you just put that thing on him, which I completely didn't pay attention to. So there's 2 wounds on him.
You'll find Pete does that a lot. New viewers.
Okay, and on to the power
Now,
step.
do you wish to drive back?
I do not wish to drive you back.
Okay.
For a very specific reason. That's because in the power step I'm going to play Berserk Bellow. Choose an enemy fighter adjacent to a friendly fighter and push them up to 1 hex and up to 1 additional hex for each wound token the friendly fighter has.
Oh, nice.
So I'm going to shove Horsey Boy backwards onto that lethal hex. Now it's 2 because it's 1 normally and 1 because he's taken a wound. So you take a third wound.
It's one that you've taken rather than than what I've taken.
Yes, it's for each wound.
Now
token.
it says when this fighter is dealt to a minimum of 1. So it says when this fighter is dealt damage, reduce that damage by 1 to a minimum of 1. So actually, it would still kick in, but it is only 1 damage.
Yes.
So it's not reduced.
Yes,
I was getting
exactly.
very excited there for a moment.
Well, I got quite excited because I thought I could kill you. Then you put that on him.
So that was a bit of good fortune for me there because you would have killed my leader. Okay, so I'm actually not going to do anything in your power step.
Okay.
I'm going to make, for my third activation, I'm going to make a charge action. I'm going to go 1, 2, 3. He actually moves 5.
Colopy.
I don't think I want to get too far over there because he's nearly dead. So if I could have a charge token, please. Thank you. And I'm going to make this charge action. It's 3 swords.
I'm in trouble.
But only if I hit.
Yeah, true. What's Robin's luck going to be like today? Oh! Hammer time! I think we've both done that so far.
Well, there is
I
the
need a
answer
sword.
to the what is Robbie's luck question going to be?
It is stinky.
Yes.
Okay, so you did not score any successes, so whilst I could roll my defense dice, it's pointless because you missed.
Yes.
Okay, power step. Do you have anything?
I'm going to play Caltrops. Now I've understood how the card works. And I'm going to put it on this guy over here. The Kurnothi Tracker, Sheoch the Kurnothi Tracker.
Skaeth the Banoffee Tracker.
Yes.
Okay, so that is both your glory spent. And Robin's forgotten to do it, but you need to turn your glory over when you spend
Oh,
them.
sorry.
So to
Sorry.
indicate that you've not...
I've
you don't
spent
have
both
any
my
more.
glory. I did forget to turn it over.
Tut.
I'm terribly sorry.
Disgraceful. Over to me. I have nothing right now that I wish to do.
Me either.
Okay, so on to my third go. So for my third activation, I'm going to use Borsk the Sneak, and he's going to use his special ability. He has a special action. If this fighter is on an edge hex, which he is right now, and has no move tokens, I can place them in any edge hex and give them a charge token. Put him over there. Here you go. And there's a
So
charge
he's
token.
effectively charged.
He has effectively charged now. And into the power step, and I have nothing that I wish to do right now.
Okay. Why have we done that?
Well, if I told you, then that would mean I'd know. And I don't. So, joke's on you.
So my fourth activation, I'm going to make a charge action. I'm going to go 1, 2, 3 to there.
Here's a charge token.
So this is a 2 hammer, 1 damage attack.
Ow! And you get 2 double assists as well.
I get 2 double assists as well. I get
I
double
think I
assists.
possibly should have done something with Draknar, but... Oh, maybe not.
It's a hammer.
Just 1 hammer.
Yeah.
Okay, so Draknar does have a 50-50 chance of surviving here, because I rolled shields.
Oh, okay.
So shields and crits.
Okay. He's going to survive. It's only 1 damage attack.
Oh!
It's only a 1 damage attack.
Oh, that's okay. It's only 1 damage.
Yeah, except
Except...
I'm going to drive him back into this square here.
Yeah.
So I'm going to play Snare, which is a reaction. Play this during a friendly hunter's attack action. After it drives back an enemy fighter, the enemy is dealt 1 damage.
Boo!
I've driven you back, and I've done an extra damage. I've killed you.
That is enough to kill Draknar, which is problematic for me.
And that's an extra glory, please. But I don't score any objectives or anything.
And there's another glory for you. So now onto the power step.
Sorry, I have nothing in. I have nothing in my power step.
Okay. Okay. On my 4th activation, I'm going to make a charge.
Okay. Don't forget, before the attack roll, you could use your ritual.
Yes, I may. I may just do that. So,
My leader is nearly dead.
yeah. Unfortunately, I don't think I can go for him this time.
Can you not reach?
So I'm going to go 1, 2. Well, possibly, but there's other things which are going to stop me doing that.
Okay.
So I'm going to go 1, 2 to there, and I'm going to shoot at your guy on objective 1.
Oh, okay.
And I am going to use Grashrak Fellhoof's reaction, which is during a friendly fighter's attack action before the attack roll, remove a ritual counter, and he has one which he starts the game with. And if I do this, I can re-roll 1 attack dice.
What's his name?
Grashrak.
Bless you.
Fellhoof. Grashrak Fellhoof, or in the human tongue, Boris Gammytoes.
Boris Gammytoes, I love it.
So, Noel is going... No, it's not Noel. Getting them all mixed up now. It was actually Noel that was killed earlier on. So, Ushkor, that's the one who's there, and he's going to shoot at your guy staying on objective 1.
Okay.
So it's a range 3 attack, and it's 2 swords.
2 swords.
And I can re-roll 1.
Oh,
Which
you
I
might
will
want
do.
to.
I think I will. So I'm going to use my reaction from Grashrak to re-roll 1 of them. Oh,
Good use.
sucky dice.
Beats dice come out of the Mirror City and into the...
Yeah, into the Beastgrave.
Into the Beastgrave.
With a vengeance.
Do these guys think, should we go and fight in the Beastgrave? No.
No.
Because we're all beastmen.
Yeah, I don't really like the idea of the name
Can't
Beastgrave.
we go to the Elf Grave?
Yeah. Or maybe the Beast Hangout area? Maybe the Beast Recce?
The Beast Cake Shop.
Exactly, yeah. The Beast Lounge, maybe?
Beast Lounge, I like it.
Okay, so in the power step, I'm going to play Vile Invaders. Choose up to 2 friendly hunters and push them up to 2 hexes each.
Ooh,
So I'm going to
2?
push him 1.
Clarky.
And push him
Wow.
1.
You're on objectives.
I am.
You sneaky sneak.
Ho ho ho. Over to you.
There's nothing I can do about it. You sneaky sneak.
I'm waiting for you to say, except play.
So I'm done.
You're done as well?
I'm
Okay,
done.
I have nothing else that I wish to play right now, so on to the first end phase.
And I went first, didn't I?
Robin went first. You have to do this in a specific order. First thing he has to do is score any objectives that he's got in his hand.
I have scored 1. I've scored Cry of the Wild, which is
Ooh.
my first dual score. Actually, it might not be. I might have scored some in Dreadfane. But score this in an end phase if a friendly Kathean made a hunting horn action in the previous phase, and there is a surviving friendly Kathean. And I made it.
Doop, doop.
That was my very first thing to do.
Okay,
And
so that's 1 glory for that.
1 glory, and that's all I've scored.
Okay, so now you have to decide if you want to get rid of any of your
Okay,
objectives.
I'm going to bin hold objective 3 because it's a long way away, and I think in the interest of getting through the cards and seeing what else is in the deck, I'm also going to get rid of hold objective 4 because actually it's not that easy to score, and I might, but actually it's more fun to see what else is in the
Plus
deck.
I'm standing on it now, so
Well, exactly.
it might cause you consternations.
And I do need me roughage.
Yep.
Okay, right. I'm going to keep the other 2 cards though,
Okay.
although again that might be a mistake, but they're quite nice cards. I'm going to keep hold of them. And I'm going to draw 3 new power cards, not power cards, objective cards, and in fact 3 new power cards.
So over to me. So I now have to go through mine, and I've scored Conquerors, which is score this in an end phase if your warband holds 1 or more objectives in enemy territory. Number 2. I also have hold objective 2 and hold objective 4.
Oh, you lucky
So
sod.
bam, bam, bam.
Well played, sir.
So 3 upgrades for me, and I'm going to put Great Strength on Murgoth Halfhorn, and that's this dude back here at the minute, because he's the only thing I've got that can seriously punch things right now, I think.
So what's
I
that?
could
So
put it on
great
Grashrak,
strength.
but-
Okay, so
yeah.
you're dealing 3 damage.
I'm going to keep my last card, so I'm going to draw everything up 3 objectives and 4 power cards.
Okay. Oh, I've inspired some people.
Have you? What's
the
your
way,
Inspire
yes.
condition?
My inspire condition is this fighter has a charge token at the end of a phase. So I've inspired the big boss,
Oh,
taking him up to 2 shields, and I've inspired the shooty lady, really making no difference to her whatsoever, but it gives him ensnare.
Oh yeah, which is handy because a lot of my guys dodge.
Well, I thought it was worth doing for that reason, and I've also inspired the other hunter, Shaoch.
Bless you.
Yes, and he's inspired, and he now has a movement of 5 and gains cleave.
Nice.
And 3 hammers. Whoa!
Flipping heck!
Yeah, he's quite good. And I can re-roll defense dice when the fighter is the target of an attack action.
Don't like it. Don't like it.
He's pretty. He's only got 1 dodge though, but that's pretty. That's pretty impressive.
Right, so we're going to roll now to see who gets to choose whether they go first or second in the second round.
Second round.
Oh dear. It's not looking good for me. Oh, you win, you got a crit.
I got a crit.
So now you choose first or second. Bit of a trickier one after the first round.
I think I'll go first.
Boo.
I'm going to move. I'm going to make a charge action.
Okay.
With my first activation, I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to there.
Okay.
And
So now we go at Prod Ashkor.
so I've got 3 hammers, 2 damage. Here come the swords. Oh no, 2 hammers. So you need a crit.
Ashkor does need a crit 'cause he only rolls 1 defense dice.
Oh!
So that's a billion 2 damage.
2 damage.
Oh, just 2, but that is enough to take Prod Ashkor out.
Yep. And I scored an objective.
Boo!
I score ritual kill, which is a surge. Score this immediately. A surge.
What's your surge?
Score this immediately when your warband takes an enemy fighter standing in the same hex as an objective out of action.
Ow.
So, can please may I have 2 glory, please, and thank you, please.
No. I don't like you. I don't like this game. It's stupid.
And I need to draw a new objective. I need a charge token on there. So, in the power step, I think I'm going to try and cast a spell.
Ooh. Which one casts your spells?
Carthaean Hunt Caller.
As
so
the guy with the
back.
horn is your spell
Yeah,
caster.
I'm going to
Okay.
try and cast. He's not inspired or anything. He's quite hard to inspire because you don't want to get him involved too much and you have to be charged in order to. But I'm going to cast Binding Wind. Exactly. It's a focus, so I need a focus. And if I cast, I can choose any enemy fighter within 4 hexes and give that fighter a move token.
Ooh, okay. Nice.
Nope.
Oh, you needed a foci.
I need a focus. For those of you who haven't seen before, that one is a lightning, but it's not called a lightning.
Channel.
It's called a channel, and this symbol here is called a focus, which is what I needed.
Swirly.
There are less swirlies than there are lightnings on the dice. A crit would have done as well, but I didn't get one. So that card is burnt. Then it's your turn if you want to play anything.
So I'm going to play in your power step. Great speed on Murgoth Halfhorn,
Which is
this dude here.
now how fast does he move?
5 now.
With that in mind, I'm going to play Great Fortitude. I'm going to put it on my archer.
This one here.
Yes.
Okay, I'm then going to play Blood Crazed on Murgoth Halfhorn as well.
What does that do?
So that basically gives him +1 damage if he has 1 or more wound tokens.
Which he does not yet.
Not yet, no. So over to my first activation. So I'm going to make a charge with Murgoth Halfhorn. He's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What's that, you say? Running through a lethal hex?
Ah, I wonder why.
Oh, so he takes a wound, which means that Blood Craze now kicks in, so he has 2 wounds left. So, I'm going to make an attack. He rolls 2 swords normally. It's still only 2 swords, actually. But it's a 4 damage now.
Wow.
Because he has +1
so it
for
is enough
great
to kill her,
strength.
even though I put the extra +1 wounds on her.
Exactly.
But I can re-roll the defense dice.
Yes, and it is only 2 swords. So it's still a bit risky. Oh! Stupid games!
Stupid dice.
Stupid everything. Right, he's charged. He's as good as dead.
I wouldn't like to say. But yes.
yes, he is. Pretty dead indeed. In the power step, I've got nothing to do.
In the power step, I'm not playing anything.
Okay, so on to your second activation.
My second activation, I'm going to make a attack action
Okay.
with my centaur. He's called Skaeth, and he's going to use his Javelin of the Hunt, which is 3 hammers, 1 damage.
Showers. It's enough to kill me because you can push me into that lethal hex.
Yes.
Lots of swords, please. Oh, just
1
8.
hammer. Oh, and a support.
And a support.
One
So
hammer
I
and a
do need a
support.
crit again. No, didn't think so. So he's dead because you do 1 damage and you push me back into the lethal hex and do another damage.
Yes.
And another glory for you all.
Thank you.
Anything in your power step?
Now, he has thrown his javelin now, so he can't throw it again. Nothing in the power step for me.
Okay. Okay, so my second activation, I'm going to have to play over. I'm going to make a charge action. So I'm going to charge with Grashrak. So go 1, 2, 3, 4 to there. Charge token. And I need to roll 2 hammers. It's only 2 damage though. 1 hammer.
And 1 shield, probably 1 dodge, but I can re-roll it. A crit.
It's a crit,
So
so
that's just sod's law, isn't
So
it?
I don't hurt you, and I also don't push you back because you beat me thoroughly. And nothing in my power step.
So it's good to see that your luck has continued into the new game.
Loving it so far. New game, same dice.
Anything in the power step?
No.
Okay, I'm going to play Striking Concert,
Okay.
which basically gives my range 1 or 2 attack actions made by a friendly fighter on the next activation. The first one is +1 damage for each friendly supporting fighter.
Okay.
And in my third activation, I'm going to make a charge action. That's 1, 2, 3 to there. And it's 2 hammers. Oh, he's now made a charge action. 2 hammers.
You do get single assists.
I do get single assists, yeah. And it'll be extra damage because of that single assist. 2 hammers. I've been lucky tonight.
So the Borsk is dead. Yep. You needed a dodge. Didn't get it. So he's dead as well. Another glory for you.
Thank you.
And anything in your power step?
No.
Okay, nothing for me either. My third turn, I might as well just draw a card because I can't do anything else. Nothing in the power step. Over to you.
Yeah, well, I'm going to play Retrieve Javelin on Skaeth.
Cool.
Which gives him his javelin back.
I've still got nothing, so if you've got nothing, it's on to your 4th go.
So I am going to make a charge action with Skaeth.
Yep.
That's got a range of 3, so I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4 to there. And he's going to throw his javelin, so it's 3 hammers, 1 damage, but because it's charged, it's +1 damage.
Nice.
2 hammers and a single assist.
So I've just got 1 dodge on that, so...
Hey,
Oh,
got it!
last. Wow. Flipping heck. Okay.
I do need... I've got a charge token.
And anything in your power step?
No.
I'll play Confusion. Just means I can swap these 2 around.
Okay. So we have
Well, I can swap any 2 next to each other and everybody's next to something, but
Yes.
I want to put those 2 the other way around. Okay, so onto my 4th go and I'll draw another power card. And nothing in my power step.
Nothing in your power step. Okay, I have got something in your power step. I'm going to play Fleet of Foot.
Uh-huh.
Choose a friendly fighter that has no move tokens or charge tokens. They make a move action.
Oh, cool. Okay, I've got nothing in your power step, so
No card left.
on to the end phase then. And you went first again.
Okay, I have scored hold objective 5
Nice.
and safety and swiftness. Score this in an end phase if 3 or more surviving friendly fighters each have 1 or more move and or charge tokens.
So 2 glory for that. And are you keeping your last one?
I am going to keep my last one. I'm going to draw 2 new objectives and 5 new power cards.
Okay, I did not score any of my objectives, unsurprisingly, as I was completely unable to do anything, so I'm going to get rid of all of them, which is hold objective 1, Despoilers. That was my only hope. I had Despoilers. If I could have gone first, it's a surge card, which is score immediately after an activation if you hold 3 or more objectives. I was sitting on 2, I only need to move 1
So
person.
if I said go first, you...
I would have got 2 glory there. Might have made some difference, but anyway. And the last one is Blood Ritual, which is score if I have 2 ritual counters on my leader, which I probably won't because he'll probably be dead. Of my other cards, I'll get rid of weight of numbers because that relies on having assisting attacks. Trophy Taker because that's Draknar upgrade, and Cursed Flint because that's a hunter upgrade and he's not a hunter. So 4 power cards and 3 objectives for me.
Just to rub it, insult into the wounds or something, I'm going to inspire Catharan, the Hunt Caller. But I haven't managed to inspire the cat, who's just sat there very obediently. It's obviously warm there.
Too busy. Yeah.
It's
Too busy sitting there by something that might be glowing and warm, looking at its undercarriage. Far too aloof to be getting involved in all this nonsense.
Yeah, so the wizard has now got 2 hammers, 3 damage attack.
Cool. So it's time to roll for the third round.
Crit and a single.
Crit and a double.
Oh, double, sorry. And a crit and
two
two.
doubles
Oh, and a
and a
single.
single.
Wow.
So you get to go first.
I will make a charge action. Let's try and get this done. I'm going to go 1, 2, 3 to there with Kaeth as well as 2 hammers. It'll be for 3 damage as well.
Okay.
No! Oh, and a single assist. Single
It's
assist.
just 2 dice.
It's just 2 dice, yeah.
Okay, so a single assist. So I do need a dodge or a crit. I do get a dodge.
Okay, so that's a draw, so I will just knock you back to there.
Okay. And anything in your power step?
I'm going to play Eldritch Haze. It's a spell. Have you got that?
Yep.
So it's a 2. I've got 2. He's now level 2 because he's gone up a level.
Ooh, okay.
So
you roll 2 dice now.
it gives him 1 extra defence.
Hey.
That's a success.
Cool.
So he has 1 extra defence, and that persists until the end of the round.
I should do likewise. I'm going to also cast that, but I do not. Anything else for you?
No.
Okay, so I'm going to play Baying Hatred, which is +1 damage for the first attack in the next round.
How much damage are you dealing?
3 at that
Okay,
point.
well, with that in mind, I'm going to play. I am going to do nothing.
Okay,
with
I'm
that in
also
mind.
going to play Baying Anger, which is +1 dice.
Okay.
So if you have nothing else, I'm going to attack you in my first activation and turn around and have a mild jab at you. So it's 2 dice, 2 damage normally, but it's 3 dice, 3 damage now because of the boys played.
It's a
A
crit.
crit. So
You've
1
got no
crit
reroll,
there.
so I can re-roll. So I've got 2 chances of getting a crit.
But you don't need it.
You can push me back.
Yes. I might as well, just to make you have to try a little bit harder to kill me in a moment. And that's it. Nothing in my power step.
Okay. So I am going to play something in your power step. I'm going to play Fast Shot on Althean, which basically means it's a reaction after this friendly fighter's activation in which they make a range 3 attack. I can make another one. So then in my second activation, I'm going to charge 1, 2, 3, which could be a mistake. So
Probably
it's
not. Don't see how it could.
2 dice within snare though, so it's quite good.
So there's a crit.
Crit and
So I
no, don't get a single assist.
So I do need a crit. Nope. So that's 3 damage.
It's only 1 damage.
2 with the lethal hex, I presume.
2 with the lethal hex. I am going to push you into, yes. Okay, and then I'm going to score Kurnoff's snare. Score this immediately when an enemy fighter is pushed into a lethal hex.
Nice.
And then I'm going to make my reaction and do that attack again.
Nice.
It's a crit.
And the sword?
No, just a crit because it's a hammer attack.
Oh, okay. Right, so I need a crit.
Oh, we got it.
Go on. Wow. You can push me back though if you want.
Yes, I will.
So if you've got nothing in power steps onto my second turn, I might as well draw a power card for now. Nothing in my power step.
So I'm going to play Might of Kurnoff. If cast, choose a friendly fighter with their range 1 or 2 attack actions have +1 damage. And this spell persists until the end of the round. So I'm going to cast it. I'm going to try and cast it. It's a focus spell.
Cool.
Yes.
Got that.
So I have. I'm going to cast it on this guy here.
Cute.
Sheikh. And then in my third activation, I'm going to make a charge action. 1, 2, 3, 4 to there. He's got cleave, which is irrelevant, isn't it? It's a
Yes,
three hammer attack.
Don't think it's going to matter about the cleave. Ooh.
1 hammer, no assists.
Very mild chance of survival.
Oh,
Goodness
even
me.
a draw when I could have pushed you back into the lethal hex.
Yeah.
Oh, that wouldn't have killed him though, would it?
No, it wouldn't.
No.
Wow, okay, he lives a little bit long. Could have done with all these dice rolls earlier. Bit late now, everyone's dead. Anything in your power step?
No.
Okay, nothing from me. So my third go, I'm going to attack. I'm going to charge your boss. 1, 2 to there, because I have a feeling I'll be dead very soon. So I might as well get it over with. So 2 hammers, 2 damage. There's 1 hammer.
2 dice. 2 shields.
And
Just vomit in your kettle once more.
life has vomited in my kettle once again.
Yes.
Nothing at all. Nothing at all.
So for my final activation, I'm going to make my scything attack. Scything hooves attack. Well, no, it's kicking hooves, but it's scything, but that's irrelevant. It's 3 swords. It's a crit and a sword.
So I can't beat that. How much damage?
2.
So he's dead.
And to rub insult to injury into the wounds, I'm going to play Hunt and Concert in the power step to choose up to 2 friendly fighters and push one of them each 1 hex and go 1, 2 to there.
Okay. So nothing in my final step. No point in me drawing anything or doing anything, so I'll just pass.
Okay. I've scored hold objective 1.
Yep.
Purifying Rites, which is if you hold all of the objectives in a player, 1 or more players' territory.
Nice.
That's worth 2. And then Annihilation, which is worth 5.
This game! Stupid game. Right. Well played, sir. Well
Thank
played.
you.
That was a horrific game, and frankly, I never want to play ever again. You've scored a bajillion, and I've scored 3. So
19. Oh no, I didn't get one thing. It's 20, I think.
Just horrific. I don't know.
Oh, your dice rolls again, though, Pete.
Well, I don't know. I don't think it's the dice rolls on that one. I probably shouldn't have charged in with Blokey on the first couple of turns because then he died, and I risked it, and I couldn't kill your boss because I completely missed the fact that you'd played that thing on him.
Right.
If you hadn't played that thing on him, then I could have one-shotted him and he would have been dead turn 1, which would have
made it a bit easier. I mean, he didn't do a massive amount, but he did throw his javelin a couple of times, and of course you're 1 step closer to being inspired.
Yeah.
Which I think puts me on edge.
That's the thing that yeah, I mean, I didn't kill a single person in that game. That was atrocious.
Rough. Yeah, I mean, it's quite funny. We haven't played for a while with a warband that has 1 dodge.
They die so easy.
And they die, and I was really lucky in the sense that I kept rolling 2 hammers, which then means
you've got a 1 in 6 chance because you need that crit.
You need a crit, and I did that so many times. I mean, I've got a few 3 dice attacks, which the chances are you're going to get 2 successes. Well, not chances are, but it increases your chances of having 2 successes.
Yes.
But every time I get 2 successes, then basically there's a 1 in 6. I mean, even towards the end, we even saved a couple of them.
Yeah. Well, I just rolled the crits too late, which was a bit of a pain in the backside.
Yeah.
I'm not sure. I mean, the first round went great for me. I scored all 3 of my objectives. The trouble is, I only had 3 end phase objectives.
Right.
And I didn't want to get rid of them because I could probably score most of them, and I did score all 3 of them in the end. But it's just, if you haven't got some of those surges to get some earlier glory, it kind of does you in a bit.
Yeah. I mean, I didn't score that. I think I only scored 1 surge in the first.
It might have been. It might have only been 1.
Yeah, I only scored 1 surge in the first turn.
Yeah. But it gives you that mid-turn glory. Which
yes, it did. I mean, it gave me 2, and I had 2 upgrades. But actually, the Hail Charm was quite useful because that kept him alive.
Well, it gave you 1, and you killed somebody as well, didn't you? Because these guys are pretty weak as well. They've only got like 2 wounds. Aren't most of yours like 3 wounds? Or
yep, they're all 3. Apart the lion's only 2.
The lion's only 2. Should have gone for the lion earlier. A bit of an easy glory.
Yeah,
possibly.
Yeah,
but then
easy kill.
I don't have many people that can do 2 damage. I've only got 2 or 3 guys.
They're tough, aren't they? Especially, I think they're probably going to come into their own when
later
you've got
on,
some
possibly.
other cards.
I think they're a bit like the Hunt in that none of them are spectacular at all.
Yeah.
And possibly that's their selling point, that none of them are brilliant, so any of them can be made better, but they're all sucky. I don't know. But the fact that they've got the... I think, depending on the warband you come up against, one of the hardest inspired mechanics of the game, I think I said in our live chat the other day, to kill 2 people off if you're coming up against Stormcast is going to be brutal for these guys.
Yeah, they're not going to be able to do it.
Well, it's going to be tough.
You're going to have to look to your cards to...
you're going to have to rely on lots of instant damage cards or something to try and get that, but we shall see.
Yeah, I don't know what manoeuvrability the card you need, because you couldn't move me either. I mean, these guys are great for movement cards. They've got all sorts of things. They've got the extra move card, they've got the push 2 fighters card, they've got shoot twice.
Well, I did have the one that enabled me to move 2 of my guys 2 hexes.
That scored you 2 objectives.
Well, it got me all 3 of my glory. I wouldn't have got any without that. So, yeah, we shall see. First game down, not bowled over, but hopefully the dice won't follow me.
Unbeaten in Beastgrave, best in the world.
Retiring now. Statistically, the best Beastgrave player
in this garage
ever. Well, based on the current stats that we have available, undefeated and world champion. There you go. Not many people can say that now. Righty. So next time we play, we're going to be playing with just the warband cards. We're going to be playing a 32 card deck, 12 objectives, 10 ploys, 10 upgrades, and it's going to all be warband specific. So we shall see you soon in the Beastgrave.
Bye.